is currently sitting at 1352.5 at the moment, and there's been a lot of mistakes I've made, but I think one of the biggest mistakes I've made, or wish I did better, or just knew in general in order to progress, is working on my alts. The main reason is because, here, I'll show you right now. It costs a lot of material. It takes a lot of material to hone, and in order to progress the fastest, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are wanting to rush, and that's also kind of one of the problems and reasons why I'm behind on my alts. Is I can show you here 1023, 436, 820, 580, and 302. I have two characters at 302. And the main reason, I mean, I've been stocking on shards and doing just dungeons, so I have a lot of mats on them, and you've been using them to funnel. But anyways, besides the point, is because once you get to tier 3, and let's say you're at, I don't know, level 12, okay, even if it's earlier, the concept still applies. You need 6 leap stones, and then you need obviously mats. Alright, 6 leap stones. Let me just show you how much gold you're spending per hone in tier 3. Additional honing. So you're spending, okay, 290 times 6. If I'm being generous, let's just say that's what, 1300. So 1300, and then you needed 192. Alright, so that means you have to buy what, 19 of these 10 units. 19 times 90, that's like 1600 something. So that means you're spending 3k of gold per home, and you might think, oh, that's not too much. Alright, well, when you're at level 12 or level 11 and trying to hone to level 12, the success rate is 15%. Alright, unless you're really lucky, you're going to be spending a lot of materials in order to get one level. And that means if you're spending 3k for 15%, and let's say you fail 4 times, you already spent 12k of gold's worth, right, on one item level. So this shit racks up extremely quick, which is why if you want to progress, you need alts. Okay, like, yes, it's doable if you only have one character and one main, and yeah, you can do it, but it's just gonna take a shit ton of time, and I feel like eventually with how it is, you're gonna be falling behind because you need to be able to funnel in this game, or else you're gonna be spending shit ton of gold and a lot of time and a lot of fails because you can't funnel. And so this is where alts come in, right? I said I was behind on them because I was way too focused on my main and trying to progress her, that I didn't really focus too much time on my alts. However, once I realized is once I made my alts in order to try to funnel to tier 3, is that it actually takes quite a bit of time to get to tier 3 again, because you don't have islands. And islands was one of the biggest reasons for your jump from tier 1 and tier 2. Yes, you struggle in the high, like when you have like a couple homes left, right, after you did the islands on your main. But the problem is, when you start with your alts, you don't have islands. But there are some key resources that you could use in order to try to get your alts up to speed. Okay, and this is what I also wish I did earlier. One of them is using chaos exchanges. Okay, so tier 1, you're going to be needing harmony shards. Okay, because everything else is attainable, they're not character bound, but harmony shards, unless you're trying to buy pouches off the market, these currently go for like 900 right now, and they give you 1500. If you're like late deep into tier 1, it's gonna require like what, 4k, 4.5k per home. That means you have to buy 3 of this. That means you're paying 2700 on just harmony shards for one home in on a tier 1 character. And here, I can show you that I'm right. Okay, alright, yeah, 900, right on the number, 900. That's a shit ton of gold, and those are the only things that's not character bound. And that's the reason why, if you look at the market, just study the market, everything else is dirt cheap. Alright, you'll be never running out of mats. These are 4, these are 8 You will never be running out of this because you also have alts, which can also be used to funnel mats, right? You can funnel these as much as you want. And then also leap stones are like what, 19? Oh, 18 now. 18. Alright, so you're not really going to run into this. The only problem that you're going to run into is running out of harmony shards in tier 1. So we're going to go with tier 1 and then tier 2. Okay? So the biggest issue is going to be for you to be running out of shards. So what you're going to want to do is every week you're going to be going into exchange. Whenever my game decides to load, what the fuck? Yeah, 5 of this. Join a guild. You can get exchanges at the I don't even know how to, Bloodstone exchange. That's all I'm gonna say. You can get 1 shard depending, 1 pouch, depending on what level the guild is. Okay, and then besides that, what you're gonna be wanting to do is go to tower. Alright, it's gonna give you, it's gonna drop a shit ton of mats. Here, I'm gonna go on my alt just to prove the case. But while we wait for that, alright, so I set up this. Okay, so these are things, checklists you want to do it each week. And Chaos Dungeon twice, alright, on alts. It doesn't matter if you're not working on your alts right now. It does not matter. It takes 10 minutes, create your alts, do a power pass. It costs 1k, I think. 1k, either that or no, 600 for 302. Anyways, it's barely any gold and it's so worth it. It's gonna save you a lot of days, a lot of time, and eventually it's gonna save you your main to progress. Okay, once you get your alts up to speed. Chaos Dungeon twice, because these gives you the most amount of shards, harmony shards. Alright, other ways like Guardian Raids, it's like a drop in a bucket. Okay, just 10 minutes, even if you're not working on your alts. Even if you don't have alts, just create an alt, and you don't even have to home. You just do 2 chaos dungeons each day. You're gonna stack up, so when the time comes and that you actually need your alt, okay, you're gonna have the materials in order to just speed right through that tier. Because if you don't have those materials, you have to farm this, and that's gonna take days, if not a week. Okay, so that's huge, unless you want to be spending like 2,700 per home. And then the next thing is, of course, is tower. Gives you shit ton of mats, not just pouches, but also leap stones and other mats. All right, so 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? Yeah, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 30, 36, 37, 44 pouches. Okay, medium ones gives 1,000, large gives 1,500. So if you have 43 pouches, just do the math. That's a shit ton of harmony shards, which is what you're going to be lacking. So make sure you do tower. You clear that on your main, or you should have by now, because it gives you 6 skill points. Okay, so that's going to give you a lot. And then pirate coins exchange. Okay, so they're at the ports, they're at the ships. You exchange pirate coins. They give you 5 medium pouches, and you want to be doing that, because like I said, shards are essentials. Like I said, you buy the shards. Other mats, if you're they don't sell leap stones, but if you want to buy mats instead of spending gold, if funneling with your alts isn't enough, you can also do that. If you're lacking pirate coins, there's guides all around YouTube giving you explanations on how to get pirate coins, how to earn pirate coins, quests for pirate coins. You can open boxes where you can exchange other coins for pirate coins. All right, this is not an issue. So yeah, there's that. Utilize chaos exchange, weekly pouches, right? That ties in with this. You do your tower, you do your chaos dungeon twice. And then in tier 2, the only difference is you're gonna want to do guardian raids, because it actually starts requiring a lot of leap stones. And the problem is in tier 2 is that chaos, you need to do chaos exchange again once again for leap stones, 30 each week, right? It requires a lot because let's say weapon 32, right? And it's this only at level 12, you require 32. So excluding mats, 32 leap stones, I think they're selling for like 170 in T2. Let me check the price. Internet's so slow. God damn. Where the fuck did it go? Huh? Oh, it's tripping. Okay, 160. Okay, so I was 10 off. So 160 times 32. That's like what? 160 times 32. That's 5.1k. Well, 5120 to be exact. But pretty much, let's just be generous, 5k for just one hone, right? This is not sustainable if you only have one alt and you're not funneling. It's, I mean, unless you want to be spending shit ton of time, unless you want to be spending shit ton of days wasted on just working on one character, it's going to require so much time compared to you getting alts and you funneling them and you progressing with them. It's going to be able to give you a lot more mats so that you can progress a lot quicker. Alright, and if you can progress a lot quicker through alts, you do this, then it benefits every character because you get your alts up and then your main also gets up because now you can funnel gear towards your main once your characters gets to tier 3. So even if you want to rush, even if you don't want to rush, you should be doing this on your alts. Why? Because once you hit tier 3 on your main, you only get 2 chaos dungeons, 2 guardian raids, and then your opponent quests, right? But that's it. But if you have your alts, you can funnel that, and if you funnel that, then your main gets a lot more hones each day, each and every day. Okay? So don't just tunnel vision. You want to be doing this, and that's my biggest regret, is that I didn't work on my alts earlier. Because if I worked on my alts earlier, they would have been way higher. Some of them would have been tier 3, and that means my main could have been a lot higher than it currently is right now. So that's a big takeaway, and that's all for today's video. I just wanted to highlight this because I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos and guides, because this is also my first time playing this game. When it first came out, I bought the Founders Pack and such, but didn't have too much knowledge, right? So I've been watching a lot of guides, and no one really highlighted this. I mean, you can find a lot more guides, right, on other things, right? But this is something that I hadn't seen in a guide, which is what I wanted to emphasize this. Because, I mean, people talk about the importance of alts, right? But they don't actually go through the daily progressions of what you want to be doing each day. So that's all for today. If you like the video, come watch me on Twitch. It's twitch.tv Karabingsu. I'd appreciate it if you come by and say hello. If you enjoyed the video, you can subscribe. But yeah, don't be pressured, and I hope this helps. And peace.